Hello and welcome back to Ask Anoushka. So today's video comes from lots of questions that I had actually got about situation, right? So how does the narcissist feel once you have moved on? Okay, so first of all right, what narcissists do is they objectify people. And what that means is they see you as a possession, as an object, all right? And they feel like you belong to them. So it's like, for example, you have your mobile phone and your mobile phone does a lot for you because, for example, for me, I can answer calls, I can text, I can go on my social media, I watch YouTube videos. It does a lot of things for me. So you know what? I love my phone, okay? But I'm not going to go and marry my phone, or I'm not in love with my phone. And that's the difference, all right? They don't understand what love actually means, or they have a very dysfunctional idea of what love or relationships or partnerships actually mean. So when they attach to you, they attach to you on a surface level, all right, in a really dysfunctional way, because they see it as what you can do for them. It's very functional. So there's no depth, there's no longevity in this, there's no trying to get to know you, there's no trying to work things out or what the future looks like. I mean, I know they probably tell you all these things that you want to hear, but that again is projection, or it's a mirroring, because it's not actually what they want, it's what you want, but they're just telling you something that you want to hear, or something to keep you in the relationship, something to make you love them. And once you love them, they then know that they have this supply from you and that it is going to be unconditional and you're going to be there all the time. So when they realize that actually you have moved on and you don't want this, they still believe that you belong to them. They are not going to want you to leave. Or in another scenario is that they leave and it's the silent treatment. It's the same thing. The silent treatment doesn't mean that this is the end. Actually, that they are going to come back. They have just removed all communication with you, but they are actually going to come back. So the only way that a narcissistic relationship is going to be over is when you say that it is over and you don't want any more of this. What they are thinking is that when they have finished working through this, or when they have finished with new supply, they are going to come back to you. All right, and they're going to see whether they can get some sort of validation from you. And they're going to be looking for this. And this is their one-track way of securing relationships. This is why they don't tend to have new relationships, although you may think that they do, but actually they go back to old ones. And then when they meet someone new, well, great, that's a bonus. But they try to keep their exes, because it means when this doesn't work out with a new person, they can then go back to an older person and they can try and make it work. And this is what they are doing, okay? When the relationship has finished, they want to make sure that you stay. That's why they watch you. That's why they keep tabs on you with flying monkeys, with other friends, with whoever, right? So when you move on, when you get somebody else, this is a real kick in the teeth for the narcissist, because they realize that they have lost you. They realize that they don't have you anymore because you have said no, you have said I want out of this, and they don't like this. They will obsess over you. They will watch you. They will want to know everything about you, and they will want to know about this new person. They will watch you to find out any information on this new relationship that you have got. They will try and sabotage it in some way, not in all cases, but in most. But in their mind, to make themselves feel better, they will always think, well, I had this person first, or they're going to come back to me because I am better than this new person. Remember, they don't see relationships or attachment or bonding in the same way that you do. So they objectify you. So they see you as an object, you belong to them, and you are theirs, even if they're the ones that have moved away, that have given you the silent treatment, no contact, or ended the relationship, they will always think that they can come back. Because remember, as I said before, they think that actually you belong to them and that they will come back to you in some way. The discard isn't real. It's just that they have run away from the situation because they don't need to give you an explanation. So when you move on and you're with another person, they don't understand this in the same way that you would, because it doesn't mean the same thing. An ending of a relationship means, right, I'm just going to park this one here and I'm going to go off and get someone else or be with somebody else for the time being, but I'm going to come back. So that's why they circulate around people. But they will watch you and the new supply. They will want to get information. They want to understand what has happened here and what's going on. And they will compare themselves to that person. They might even pretend to be the new supply and they will try and get you back that way. But these are in rare cases. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that it does. But usually this is something that they would probably go through and think about. They would not want you to move on before they do, because that causes them great narcissistic injury. Because remember, when you move on, this makes them realize that actually they are not good enough. And this reinforces the self-belief that they have and they can't handle it. So for them, this is the kick in the teeth. This is really difficult for them to process. So if they get with a new person or they go back to an ex, this helps them to make them feel better. This stabilizes them. It gets them validation. They're able to manipulate and control someone, which is what they want to do ultimately. It's to have control over another person, because they can't let things just go and just be as they are, because they can't do that. They have a fragile sense of self. They have a very dysfunctional ego. So if they leave things to chance, it means that they're constantly going to be disappointed. And remember, in their environment, they don't see things the way that you do. So they have this constant negative self-voice in their mind that keeps telling them how unworthy they are, how dysfunctional they are. And they're constantly trying to hide that. But their behavior tells you otherwise. So you see, the narcissist will not be able to handle you moving on. They will see it as them not being worthy of you, while all along that is actually the truth. But they try to deflect that. And this is where the dysfunctional kind of behaviors come from, the dysfunctional processing actually comes from, because they aren't good enough, they are dysfunctional, you know, and they have a disability emotionally and cognitively, but they will never show that. And this is really reinforced through their traumatic childhoods. But this is how they have learnt to be. They objectify people, they project, they gaslight. And this is all really negative, abusive behaviours. So the narcissist can't understand it. All right, so I really hope that this video has helped you to understand a little bit more on why the narcissist does these things. Yes, it is dysfunctional. Yes, it is problematic. But this is why I say, you know, to help yourself, to educate yourself. And if you are someone that possibly is going through something like this, I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. And if you would like to process this and kind of understand this a little bit better, why not join the Journal Club, where I post a journal prompt every week to help you stay on track on your healing journey. This is to help you regenerate from toxic abuse. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.